Hey guys, so I wanted to do a very quick little speed test comparison and camera test between the Nexus 5X and the Moto X Style. So I did do a review on these two and basically concluded that they have strengths and weaknesses, but maybe the Style is giving you a little bit more. But we can see here how they compare in terms of the camera, etc. I'm very interested to see if the Nexus can beat the high 20 megapixel camera on the Style, as well as the specification, see if it can keep up. So far I've been quite impressed with the performance, and it has had one little update come down as well, but I'm not sure when we get Android 6.0.1. So you can see the Style does boot up a little bit faster here, and everything is up to date. I'm guessing there's some sort of encryption maybe to slow the boot down on the Nexus, but obviously that's not everything. We can have a look to see how they compare here in terms of the speed. Both Snapdragon 808 with 2 gigs of RAM in the Nexus 5X versus 3 gigs of RAM. So straight away it looks like the Moto is going out in front, which is still on Lollipop, but only just. So I think the camera was a bit quicker there on the 5X. YouTube, that was about the same. And Play Store, so a lot faster here on the Moto. Calculator, I think we have the dialer. Wow, that was the same. What about some games? I think we have some games. Lara Croft. So very impressive here for the Style, you know. Style is definitely ahead here. And it's not even on Marshmallow, which is very good. And I think we do have GTA. So this one looks a bit more equal. Wow. Big difference here, starting a new game. Saw that about.
After 5 years on the East Coast.
So I'm definitely going to give this the Style, I think, for the day-to-day. Even though the
after 5 years on the East Coast,
you know, the Nexus does feel fast to me. It's, you know, can't dispute the facts here. So we can just have a look at the web browsing quite quick. TechCrunch. So I think the Nexus was probably a little bit faster there. And that was about the same. GSM. I think the Moto come back here for a point. And again, very nice. Verge. And again. So the Style is dominating now. You can see both of them take a while to load the pictures. Both of them are on the 5G as well, Wi-Fi. But I think the Style is definitely ahead here when it comes to loading the components. Maybe that extra gig of RAM makes a huge difference. Finally, we can do one more, Phone Arena, which usually messes up a phone. You get a render fail. Nexus came back there. But in general, you can see the Style has taken the browsing, I think, there, which is very nice. And finally, how does the multitasking compare? So, go. Oh, we are getting reloading. Same. Reload again. So maybe it was just that I didn't open up enough apps to see this kind of reloading. Wow. So Moto X Style owners, you know, you don't have anything to worry about here with the 5X, but maybe the 6P can pose more of a challenge. I'm getting that in soon. My order is processing. So you can see here, generally it seems that the Style seems to be ahead really on most fronts, which is very shocking to me. I was expecting a bit better performance here from the successor to one of the fastest phones of 2013, Nexus 5. You can see going into the game quicker as well. But then again, you know, Marshmallow is a newer kind of operating system, so maybe they just have to kind of fix some issues with 6.0.1 update. But for right now, if you want to buy a phone, you can see here the Moto is giving you the slightly better performance really across the board, including the screen as well. You know, I think that you can see how bright it is here. So I did do a camera test as well between these two, so it might take me a moment to figure out like you know, the cameras where the pictures where I left them on the phone. I did take quite a few actually, but just give me a moment and we will get them up so you can see I have taken them. And I think in general actually, I think I've said it before on another video, that the Moto X Style surprised me how good the kind of low light or dim light performance is. I've read like quite a few people saying it's not that good and all that, but really you don't have to worry so much. I do think that the Nexus 5X is very strong here though when it comes to like the low light performance. So those of you who spend most of your time in low light will be pretty happy with the performance here. So we can see we do have quite a lot of aquatic life here. Is that a word? I don't know, but quite interesting subject matter to photograph. And you can certainly have a look here to see if you can see any differences in terms of the quality of the images. But personally, I think that either one is pretty good here. You know, not a huge difference really when it comes to like the picture quality in most respects. So I don't think this should be a differentiating factor really between these two. I do think the other areas which we've discussed would be more kind of a differentiating factor. So that is what I did find with these two. Obviously both of them support 4K as well. You can have a look at the quality as well of that here. So, you know, what can you conclude from this? The style is pretty awesome as long as you can handle the slightly bigger size here in terms of the speed, etc. And it's only going to get better when Motorola pushes out the Marshmallow on it. As for the Nexus 5X, you know, it still performs quite well given the very modest kind of RAM, etc. But then again, I think that probably LG could have done a little bit better when it comes to future-proofing the device. And I think you can see here the style probably represents slightly better value for money. But if you do like your smaller phones, as I have discussed before, as well as the fingerprint sensor, then this is definitely reasons to go for the 5X. So the performance isn't that too far behind at the end of the day. It would have been nice if Motorola did put like a fingerprint scanner on there, because most phones are coming out with that now, and it feels a bit like you're missing something there. But yeah, just a quick little video here. Hope you found it helpful if you're looking at these two, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.